See, originally, Doc Boyles did own this park, and he sold the park to two couples to build a mobile home park. And that was clear back in like 69, 70. Everything went along smoothly, and then Doc Boyles started wanting to buy it back. And he was a land developer that worked with Springfield all these years. He was a tough cookie, they tell me, but he did a lot of things, purchased a lot of things for the city that they wanted built, and didn't have the money to buy. He purchased the land and made these deals all the time with them. The one couple, Van Wells, passed away, and Francis's Highland's husband passed away.
Are these the owners of the park?
The original four people that owned this park. Mm-hmm. And it left Francis. Francis Highland would never sell it to Doc Boyles. He was in here quite frequently wanting to purchase this. And Francis would never sell. She would never do that to these people. But then Francis was sick a couple years ago with pneumonia. She was 85 and she was in poor health. So the other family decided to buy the Highland family out. And of course, Richard Boyles was after him to sell it. And so he sold this for $5 million to Richard Boyles. And right off the bat, we find out the deal was just made in middle of December till the end of December. And the month of December, we found out at our coffee. Every month we have the first Saturday morning coffee and donuts at the clubhouse, mm-hmm. or a biscuit and gravy breakfast. And so we found out then.
So Richard Boyles bought the property.
And he made
and then who is he dealing with?
Well, he was dealing with, he bought it himself, but the city was wanting him to buy it so they could put this conference center in here. Mm-hmm. And that's what it all boiled down to.
Who's this, darling?
This is Bridget Hona. Her and Ralph are my neighbors.
We've been living here 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
They watch out for us, we watch out for them.
Yeah, we babysit each other.
Anyway.
There's my son when he made a colonel. That's the, so we came out, we were Mr. and Mrs. Hona there. And I was 18 and he was 24.
You still remember that, how old you were?
Yeah.
So we put the sign in the window, and then
We had a whole bunch of response.
3-4 people came. The last couple came.
Made an
They
offer.
had made an offer on the house. Well, so we had the earnest money. A day later, they called back. He said, we have friends in Springfield. I don't know what kind of friends. He wouldn't give me any name or anything like this. And
In
he said,
City Hall, he said.
yeah, they advised us that this is going to happen sooner than you think, that the park is going to be sold.
Mm-hmm.
And they backed out. So
He
we had to
said-
give
he
the earnest
said-
money back again.
He said,
And this is the
"Please
part that makes me so mad, that you don't know.
what's going to happen.
What's gonna
Nobody
happen.
tells you the truth.
You know, you can't sell it, but you still want the taxes paid.
Everything is just falling apart. It's just like you plan to retire here and live quietly, grow your flowers, have your pretty yard, and have it sit out there on a swing, and you can't do that. And I'm at the point, when you look at me and we talk about that, I start crying. I don't know why, but I start crying. My nerves are finished. And there's a lot of other people just like it.
And then they keep talking about relocating these that are poor, that don't have a whole lot of money. They talk about putting them in the low-rent housing, Section F type housing, and that's about a 500 square foot little old cubicle. And here they're used to 1,500 and some feet of floor space in these homes.
And neighbors they know.
And neighbors in the clubhouse, and we all look after them. We transport people to the doctor, and they're just part of our big old family.
There's so much disrespect for our elders within our our culture, you know,
I know.
and here, you know, here's a community where people, you know, the elders are supporting each other, you know,
Yeah,
and
I
there's an
mean,
infrastructure here that where they help each other, and now that's just being destroyed.
and somebody else has to take care of them. You know, I mean, we are the lucky ones maybe that we have a place to go to. But there's a lot of other ones in here. The years, no, what am I gonna do? You're just gonna
Some
die
little,
here. Whatever.
little old ladies and some old men
Yeah, you're
also.
right. You know, when we went to Berlin, and my mom was taken care of by a doctor, he would show up once a month to see her, come to the
House
apartment,
calls.
and the eye doctor, optometrist, would come to the apartment. The dentist came to the apartment and looked up there. And I never forget when he turned around one day, he said, you know, you guys should be ashamed of yourself in the U.S. You're not taking care of your elder ones.
But we can fight and embarrass them. We can and make them feel like they're pretty darn stupid for not thinking about what's going to happen to these older people and all the money they're going to lose in their homes. But I know one thing. This city better come through with some money or it's really going to be, you know, people are going to, I think that know about the situation, are going to be down on Springfield big time.
I watch Picture Eugene on YouTube. You do too. Want to try that?